Okay, so you know that feeling when you're like really excited to sign up for something online? You hit that registration page, and bam, it's like this never-ending scroll of forms. Tell me I'm not the only one who just feels like they've aged a year just trying to pick a username.
Oh, the struggle is real. And honestly, it's such a productivity killer, too. All those little moments we lose to forms, they really add up over time.
Right. Like if we could get that time back, what could we do with it? So that's where this lightning autofill thing comes in. It's an extension,
Yeah.
and it basically promises to be this like turbo boost for how we deal with online forms. And we are getting into all the details today. All the information's coming straight from their website, tohortho.com.
Yeah, going straight to the source. Always important to get the unfiltered rundown so you can decide if this tool is the one that's going to unlock a smoother, more productive digital life for you.
Exactly. Let's get into it. So first things first, what is lightning autofill? It sounds like it's more than just like your browser remembering your address, right?
Yeah, it definitely takes things up a notch. So instead of giving you those drop-down menus, like your browser does, Lightning Autofill can just automatically populate everything in those online forms. We're talking like instant. Set it and forget it action, pure speed.
And from what I'm seeing on the site, it's not just like basic text boxes either, right? They handle all sorts of fields.
You're right, they highlight checkboxes, dates,
Right.
even those notoriously clunky rich text editors. Imagine you're writing an email, and with just a quick shortcut, boom, your entire signature appears, perfectly formatted.
See, that's what gets me excited. Those little time-saving wins, they add up. And it sounds like Lightning Autofill doesn't stop there. They talk about this whole automation aspect, which seems like where things get really interesting.
Absolutely. This isn't just about filling in blanks. Lightning Autofill can actually interact with the forms. We're talking clicking buttons, even submitting forms automatically, all behind the scenes.
Hold on, wait, did you just say it can submit the forms for me? Automatically.
You got it. And they even mention using JavaScript for more complex tasks within forms, though they keep those details pretty high level, probably to make it approachable for,
Okay,
everyone.
so that's next level automation right there. I can already picture myself like breezing through tasks that used to eat up my time. I'm also curious about this text expansion feature they mentioned. Sounds intriguing.
This one. This one is a game changer for anyone who finds themselves typing the same phrases, or even whole blocks of text over and over. For instance, let's say you often find yourself typing out the same email signature, or you're thanking clients, and you have a standard message you send. With text expansion, you can set a shortcode, like SIG or thanks, to instantly insert those blocks of text.
It's like having personalized shortcuts for all your most used snippets of text. Talk about a productivity hack. And they also mentioned Cloud Sync. Now that one has me wondering what it's all about.
So this is where Lightning Autofill's potential really expands. Imagine managing all your autofill data in a simple Google Sheet.
Yeah.
That means you can update it from anywhere. Have it instantly synced across all your devices.
So no more like manually updating your information on different computers.
Exactly. And think about possibilities for teams. Imagine you're prepping for a conference with your team. With Cloud Sync, you can all instantly access and populate registration forms with the company's information, ensuring consistency and saving everyone valuable time.
That is huge and opens up some exciting possibilities for collaboration.
Okay, so far we've established Lightning Autofill has some seriously impressive features. But I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. What about privacy? This thing is handling potentially sensitive personal information.
You're absolutely right. Privacy is paramount with any tool that touches our personal data. So let's dive into that right after this quick break. All right, so we're back, and it's time to address the elephant in the room when it comes to tools like Lightning Autofill data privacy. They say it right on their website, and I quote, "Lightning Autofill does not and will never record your browsing history or track your activities in any way. No Google Analytics, no tracking pixels, no cookies, nothing."
Wow, that's a pretty clear and reassuring statement, especially these days when data privacy is such a major concern for people.
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel better right off the bat, knowing they're not secretly logging everything you do online. However, they do mention that the data saved by the extension is not encrypted.
Yeah, that's an important detail to be aware of. It's a common trade-off with these kinds of productivity tools. You're gaining speed and convenience, but it's essential to understand the potential risks and kind of weigh them against the benefits.
And they do seem to be upfront about this, though. They even advise against using Lightning Autofill for things like passwords and credit card information.
Right. And that honesty actually makes me more inclined to trust them. They're acknowledging the limitations. They're empowering users to make informed decisions about what information they're comfortable sharing.
Okay, so how do we weigh all of this then? How do we figure out if Lightning Autofill is the right fit for, like, our listeners?
Well, I think it really boils down to individual needs and priorities. Like, imagine someone who spends a huge chunk of their day just battling online forms for work. This could be like a complete game changer for them. But for someone who just needs help remembering their address every now and then, it might be a little bit overkill.
Yeah, it's all about finding the tools that fit your workflow, not
Yeah,
trying to force yourself to adapt to, like, whatever the trendiest new thing is.
exactly. And the folks behind Lightning Autofill seem to understand that because they offer a couple of helpful resources to help you decide if it's right for you. For starters, they have a freemium notice, which suggests that there's a free version you can try before committing to a paid plan.
Oh, I love a try before you buy option.
Mhm.
Lets you really get a feel for how a tool integrates into your own workflow before you commit.
Precisely. And for those who like to get their hands a little bit dirty before diving in, they offer a practice form.
A practice form.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So this gives you a safe space to play around with the extension's features, see how it works in action, without risking any real data.
Okay, that's smart. It's like test driving a car before you buy it. You can read all the specs you want, but nothing beats actually getting behind the wheel.
Exactly. And should you encounter any bumps on the road, so to speak?
Because let's be real, there's always a bit of a learning curve with any new tech.
Absolutely. But they seem to have you covered. They have a very active support system, a Discord community, an AI chatbot, even a YouTube channel.
Wow, okay, so they're not just launching this thing into the void and, like, hoping for the best. That level of support really speaks volumes. It sounds like they're genuinely invested in their users' success with the tool. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Lightning Autofill,
Yeah.
what's like the one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with?
It really boils down to this. Imagine like a world where your digital tools all work together seamlessly, like a well-rehearsed orchestra. That's the real potential here with Lightning Autofill. It's not even just about like filling out forms faster. It's about how it can work with your other favorite tools to create this like productivity powerhouse that's totally personalized.
So the way
You work.
Ooh, I love that analogy. It's like Lightning Autofill is the conductor, right? Orchestrating all your digital tasks. With precision and grace, no more fumbling with forms, no more wasted minutes, just smooth, effortless productivity.
Exactly. It's all about reclaiming your time and mental energy by using these tools strategically, working smarter, not harder.
Music to my ears. So for those listening who are like me right now, itching to try this out, itching to give Lightning Autofill a spin, where do they need to go?
Head over to their website, tohodo.com. That's TOHODO.com. They have a fantastic quick start guide there. It'll walk you through everything step by step.
Well, consider this your official permission slip to say goodbye to those tedious online forms and say hello to the power of automation. Happy autofilling, everyone. Until next time.